Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Piranha Motorsports, and this one's the one that you guys have been waiting for, and it's the return of the 12s for 2K. Well, as we discussed in, if you haven't watched the short that I put out the other week, this is our new block. Yes, the ute is still a running, driving ute, and if you'll go back to the original video that we did when introducing this car as the 12s for 2K challenge car, we said we were going to rebuild the motor that was in the car. We weren't going to take that into the budget because we're not going to do anything that's stupid. We're just going to do rings and bearings, so they're not making it go faster. It's just reliability. So I'm not going to take that into the budget, but instead what we actually have is we did have a 5-litre block, well, motor in pieces that was actually out of an old BT1 that I had from years ago, and we're going to rebuild this one while this ute still currently runs and drives, and then we'll have this as a stock good running driving motor we can keep wrapped up in the shed for if we ever want to put this back to its original state. This thing is filthy. The reason why it came out of the car originally was it had a busted core plug. Can't remember exactly which one it is. We've taken them out. Looks like it might have been that one there, actually. So we're going to give this thing a good scrub up. We're going to go through all of the parts that are in the back of the car. We have another set of rods and pistons that's missing 2 pistons, so we just need to go through and pick out 2 of the best pistons of these ones and make one good set and put this thing back together. We've got a reground crank. We have, like I said, reground crank, rods and pistons. It's just all stock, nothing special, so all standard. The work's going to be in the heads and cam package that we've got for it, manifold, and a few other little bits and pieces. I've got torque converter and stuff like that, which is only quite small. It's only a 2200 torque converter, so it's basically something to help the cam drive, not really drag racing. So if anybody wants to help out with a good high stall converter, they're more than welcome to donate it towards the cause, but that's what's going in it because it's better than the stock, but it's all we've got, and I only paid 200 bucks for it, so that's a good bonus. Alrighty, so you're on time lapse while we've been pulling the block off the back of the ute and putting it on the stand. We're going to get stuck into cleaning this thing up and give it a good bath and start going through. He's already going through pulling some pistons apart and cleaning and seeing which ones are going to be our best option out of these 8. So, and we'll go from there. First quick bath. Come up pretty good. Cam bearings are, yep, they're there. So the rest of the block looks okay. Don't worry about this. It's just a little bit of surface rust. It's getting cleaned up anyway. I got to hone it all yet. So quick little scrub. Still needs to be scraped and carried on. Still need to pull the back core plugs out and get right in. There's a fair bit of shit that come out of it. Obviously, it's been sitting for a while, and it wasn't very well looked after when we got the motor. So yeah, still got a lot of cleaning to do, a lot more things to do to the block. We've still got some deburring, we've still got some drilling out, and we've got some little oil flow things that we're going to do to it to help the oil flow a little bit better, including our main cap oiling feed and a few bits and pieces. So we'll go through that. So Dad's just going through pistons now. He's got a handful of pistons there. So these are some pistons and rods that we picked up the other day. So there's 8 rods and 6 pistons. So these are in pretty good nick actually. There's hardly any wear on any of the skirting.
I just want to
oh,
sure they're the same.
They are not the same.
No.
That's not going to help.
Fucking dished.
That's interesting. Let's have a look at that. Okay, as you've seen, block's had a good clean up. Cleaned all the extra head gasket material off. Wire wheeled all of the inside or outside of the block. Cleaned it all up so that that's ready for another pressure clean. We've punched out another couple of core plugs in the back. The other couple we need to drop it off the stand to get them out properly. They're just punching through, so we'll get them when the block comes off the stand next. Sprayed down all the bores with some CRC and got it ready to sit here for the next step. So the next step is going to be getting in here with a die grinder. And I'm sure there's 1,000 videos on YouTube about doing this. So it's just taking off all the burrs in the casting in here, and then I'm not sure if you can see it in the shadow, but there's a hole down here. You need to deburr that, deburr all up here, all in between the 2 oil galleries. So we'll clean all that up and get that so that it flows a lot better. And like I said earlier in the video, we're going to do our main cap oil feed from the number 1 cap down through the others. We've got that left over from one of our older 308 engines that we had years ago. So it is coming together. We did have an issue with, this is a VN block with VN style pistons. Dad bought some, but there's two of them that are damaged. So Dad bought some other 5-litre rods that come with some pistons, and they have the newer style VT pistons, which are different to those. Luckily, in the backyard, we do have a black, speaking of black, look at that, a black 5-litre VL block that has the same pistons, that's had a damaged piston. So some of the others are actually okay, so they're the same pistons. We're going to pop them off, put them on these 5-litre rods, and ready to put into this block. So Dad's actually at the back at the moment taking one out because we damaged one yesterday. It happens. So we need to get one more. One's done, we just need to do one more, and then we go through and start the cleaning process on all the parts. I'm not sure how much more I'm going to get done on this first episode. Obviously we've got a fair bit done on the block and a bit of going through and discussing everything, so we might, I don't know, we'll see. I might come back. If the next things are, you know, thanks for watching, subscribe, then you know what happened. But we'll go from there. Okay, well, we have 2 more pistons and rods that have been pressed on. Yesterday we didn't have the rod quite hot enough, and it's broke a little bit off the inside of the piston, and we're gonna, yeah, we messed it up. Anyway, so yeah, so 2 of the rods, so that means we've got a full set. So that means we are ready to start cleaning all the finer details now, all the pistons and rods to clean up. The crank's obviously brand new, so you've seen that on the episode when we introduced the car. So that's a brand new one. So we start cleaning everything up, and then it's time for reassemble. Yeah, we've got all core plugs and everything, so that's all good. Yeah, it shouldn't take long and she's ready to go together, so actually I'm pretty excited about this. And you will see a cleaning pistons and reassembly of block on the next episode of Piranha Motorsports. I think we've got enough to fill our first episode and give you guys a taste of what's coming on in the 12s for 2K car. There. End of there. Will not be very long from now on. So thanks very much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, and all that sort of stuff, and we'll see you on the next episode when we are putting this motor together.